Hello, everybody. I am yet again Price McKinney, simply put. And as always, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Simply put by Price McKinney. Go to YouTube, simply put podcast with your boy, Price McKinney. YouTube on Tuesdays. Like, subscribe, watch video, leave a comment. It's free, it don't hurt. So we're gonna dive right into this head first. I had something else I was gonna deal with, by the way, just for kicks and giggles. Every now and then I like to put on my throwback stuff. Keeps me humble, keeps me in tune with the fact that where I started versus where I am, and I'm still growing, still learning. But this keeps me grounded. This is where it all started. So anyway, I'm gonna give two basic definitions for what I'm about to talk about, and I typically don't read off anything, but for this I am because it's important. Show appreciation. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Show appreciation. What does appreciate mean? Because I don't want to take for granted that we all know. Appreciate, and I'm just reading two of them. It's A, B, C, and D. B and D is what I'm going with. To value or admire highly, or to recognize with gratitude. That's the one I like the most personally. To recognize with gratitude. Tell your person thank you for the little things that they do. Granted, if it's, if they do the big extravagant, that is great. But acknowledge, that's where it starts. Acknowledge the little things that that person does for you. The simple stuff that, in all honesty, most people wouldn't even pay attention to, but you see them doing it for you, and it's not prompted. They're doing this without you even asking, which is huge because that shows that they're really for you in most cases. Now, I'm not, again, nothing I say is cookie cutter, but in most cases, if if they're putting forth effort consistently and continuously, acknowledge that and show your appreciation. If it's verbal acknowledgement, hey, you know what? You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Hey, I thank you for thinking about me. Whether you needed what they gave or what they did or not, thank you for thinking about me. Thank you for your consideration. Show appreciation. Well, how do I know if I'm being appreciated? I'm glad you asked. Effort. It ain't rocket science, folks. Can I share something with you? This is fun. So what had happened was, and this was years ago, I was dealing with a friend, and two different instances. The first one was actually somebody I was dating at the time. It's been a long time ago, and here's how that shows up. Let's just stay with me. Here's how it shows up. Primarily on birthdays, if you have an anniversary, or the date that you started dating, or whatever you want to call it, your beginning date, um, Christmas, uh, and Valentine's Day. Those are typically the holidays or the moments when what that person really feels for you shows itself. You might not acknowledge it, you might not even pay attention to it, but I can assure you, if you watch it and you track it, they will show you in those moments what they really think and or feel about you. How do I know? Because I went through it. So what happened was I was dating this chick at one time, and we were cool, great relationship, whatever, whatever. So Valentine's Day, I'm not gonna say I'm a romantic, but I do make sure that my person is well taken care of, and they know that I'm here, right? So Valentine's Day rolled around, and I did my thug thistle. I got A, B, C, and D. Went. I'm not gonna say I went all out, but I did my thug thistle. I don't do what I do for reward. I don't. I just do what I do because it's who I am. However, this particular case, it bothered me bad. I got I think it was a stuffed lion or a bear, something like that. I just remember it had some writing on it and it had a little heart. And I thought in my head, what on God's creation just happened? What I'm I'm 200 plus tax. At the time I was well over 40. So what I was trying to figure out what made how did it make sense to give this grown man a stuffed animal. There's nothing about me that says stuffed and nothing about me that says animals. Now, I love lions because I'm a Leo. However, that's as far as it goes. And I had to back up and punt internally and ask myself, okay, what's really going on here? Because this is clearly a reflection of the thought that this person has towards you versus what I had for them. Nothing wrong with that, but you gotta pay attention to it. Now, I'm not talking about a situation where well maybe that's all she had. No, that wasn't what the case was. It's not what it was. And how do I know? Because I knew the person. So it was just it was an acknowledgement. This is where I really am with you. And I had to back up a punt, look at it, see what was really going on, pay attention. I didn't address it initially. I don't know if I ever did, but I figured out that okay, something's different here. There's a gap in between what I think and what she feels, and that gap stayed a gap, and we wind up going our separate ways, and that's cool. Another situation, Christmas. I again had a friend did my Thug Thizzle, and I got a cowboy wallet, I think it was at the time. And because they had a star on it, okay, cool. But realistically, versus what I did that particular year, no, no, this, nah, nah, nah. This is how you show your appreciation to me for what I've done, for me being around, for being everything that you needed, and this is it. Okay, cool. Like Maya Angelou said, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. So I said all of that to say I gave those examples for you to understand. How do you know if the person really appreciates who you are, what you do, and what you are to them, their effort? Because the thing of it is, here's the deal, folks, and I'm jumping the gun, but I gotta say this because I've seen it. When the two people appreciate each other from both sides of the fence, right? Here's what that looks like. He's trying to outdo, love, and give to her. She's trying to outdo, love, and give to him. It's reciprocal. Both of them are trying to outdo each other, and sometimes it becomes kind of like a little comical game to see who's going to outdo the other one. And it's technically realistic. It's not a competition, but it's just the love that they express for each other. This is what you do. Love is an action. It's a responsibility. It's not just hey, I love you, and nothing else is behind it. No, it's you got to put work in it. That just is what it is. So it's not love is not just all about how you feel and you want to be cuddled. That ain't it all the time. Sometimes you may not want to be bothered. Sometimes you need some me time. Sometimes you need to be separate. So you can reboot and rebuild. And come back together later. Sometimes that's needed, but show your appreciation for your person. Do not take that person for granted. Don't take what they do for granted, and most importantly, don't take who they are as an individual, as a person for granted. And I'll tell you why, and I'm done. At some point, they're going to do what I did, and they will back all the way up and give you the deuces. And you look up, and that person won't be around. You will have no communication, contact with that person whatsoever. Because at some point, you can't keep running the car off for empty and not put gas in it. At some point, you've got to meet them where they are. And if you don't, if that's not who you want and that's not what you want out of that person, and you don't want to be with them, say so. Don't play games with people. If that person is not what you want, not who you want, say so. And stop taking from them. Even if they keep trying to give, trying to do, if you're not really feeling them, leave them alone. Let somebody else have them. Be okay with that. Take your loss, but don't play games. Show appreciation. Again, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, simply put by Price McKinney. YouTube on Tuesdays, like, subscribe. Simply put podcast with your boy Price McKinney. I'm not an expert. I just know what I know, and I promise you, I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching.